from the media titan behind Fox News that could have huge legal ramifications for the network. Rupert Murdoch has admitted under oath that some Fox News anchors endorsed false claims on air about the 2020 US presidential election being stolen. Now, these are the Fox anchors Murdoch said spread former President Donald Trump's lies about election fraud: Dobbs, Maria Batrelomo, Pirro and Hannity. Murdoch made it clear that he doesn't believe the right-wing talk network as an entity promoted the lies, but the Fox Corporation chairman admitted that he wished Fox News had issued a more forceful response. Murdoch testified, "I would have liked us to be stronger in denouncing in hindsight." And when asked what the consequences should be for Fox executives who knowingly allowed lies to be broadcast, Murdoch replied, quote, "They should be reprimanded. They should be reprimanded, maybe got rid of." His shocking remarks came during a deposition taken by Dominion Voting Systems. The voting technology company is suing Fox News for $1.6 billion over unproven fraud claims from its 2020 election coverage. Douglas Brinkley is a presidential historian and professor of history at Rice University, and he joins me now from Austin, Texas. A pleasure to have you with us.
Well, pleasure to be here.
So let's start with these new legal filings in the Dominion Voting Systems lawsuit against Fox News. Chairman Rupert Murdoch admitting under oath that some Fox TV hosts endorsed false stolen election claims, but he tried to shift the blame away from Fox and onto hosts Dobbs, Maria Batrelomo, Pirro and Hannity, but admitted Fox News should have been stronger in denouncing false election claims. So what could this have, or what impact do you think this could have on the 2024 presidential election? And have you ever seen anything like this?
No, I mean, Fox News is in deep trouble. Murdoch is trying to make a distinction between a few of his anchors, a few of his on-air personalities, and not the network as a whole. But it's very clear that Fox overstepped its bounds, that it promoted the idea that our election was stolen. It played into the Trump big lie. And so, alas, I think Fox is going to have to clean up their act. This could end up going to the Supreme Court. It's hard to win defamation cases, like Dominion Voting Systems trying to do. But nevertheless, the record's pretty clear that that Fox knew that this whole Trump thing about the stolen election and the rigged election was bogus, but they ran with it on the air at any rate. It's a sad moment in cable TV history.
Yeah, indeed. Now I do want to turn to another big issue, the Ohio train derailment. House Republican committees are pushing to launch investigations into the toxic train disaster in East Palestine, eager to inject politics into this issue by accusing President Biden of mishandling the aftermath and forsaking that small town in favor of traveling to Kyiv in Ukraine to meet with President Zelensky. Now it's become a political flashpoint, which I don't think the White House thought would happen. What mistakes were made, and where do you see this going?
Well, whenever there's an environmental disaster, I think about when the Cuyahoga River in Ohio caught fire in 1969, or there's the famous Santa Barbara oil spill, or more recently a BP oil spill. The White House has to act and speak quickly. Barack Obama got pummeled for not talking more forcefully when there was the BP oil spill. So the Biden administration did all the right things from a networking and a legal and safety point of view, but they got the optics wrong. I mean, Biden needed to, I think, offered a quick message to the people of Ohio in a dramatic way. Perhaps Kamala Harris, certainly Pete Buttigieg should have been there sooner than he was. So the Republicans are going to dine out on this. East Palestine, is on the Pennsylvania border. That's a very important voting area there in western Pennsylvania and eastern Ohio. And I think if the Biden administration had an opportunity again, they would have done everything they did. They would have held the rail company Norfolk Southern accountable, but they may have done the spin, the talking about it, the communication, the grieving a little more forcefully.
Yeah, because that seems to be what's missing here, doesn't it? When does the attention revert back to that company involved in this train disaster, and how much blame lies with them? Or does that accountability go out the window when there's a presidential election on the horizon?
Well, I think what happened is the Biden administration saw there were no fatalities, as heinous as it was. And let's be clear, whether you're Republican Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio or Democrat Sherrod Brown from Ohio, nobody likes something like this happening. Nobody wants to see a toxic fireball on their TV screen. Everybody feels badly for the people of East Palestine. But this is going to end up being used, I'm afraid, by the Republican Party as a way to beat up on the Biden administration. And on the other hand, Biden is going to say quite correctly that it was deregulation under the Trump years of the railroad industries that made these chemical trains less safe. It's sad that it's a political football. It is one, but hence that's politics in America. Does that mean Biden shouldn't have gone to the Ukraine and gone to Ohio? No. His trip to the Ukraine needed to be prioritized. It was epic, but his administration could have done a little bit better, showing a little more compassion out of the gate. When there were no deaths, I think they thought it might fade from the news cycle, and the EPA and others would take care of the problems down the line.
Douglas Brinkley, thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your analysis always.
Thank you.